It's a weekend, of course. What a weekend without movies. If you love movies, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about a movie. But thanks for staying with us if you're just joining us this morning. Welcome to another Sunrise Film Friday. We're thrilled to jump into Threads of Us, a new film that's generating a lot of buzz. And of course, joining us are two key figures behind this project. One of the film stars, Sean Bryan, we know him, and the acclaimed writer and activist who penned the screenplay, none other than Donisha Prendergast. Donisha, Sean, welcome.
Good morning.
To Sunrise, you're a fun rise.
Good morning.
Good to have you both.
Yeah, so they must smile because the movie wrapping up.
Look here, last week, this time it wasn't that. The stress, the sweat, the like.
Oh my God.
You know, let's start right there because some people, they go to the movies, you know, them order them food, them sit down, them stand up for the anthem, them sit back down, and they're taking a film, but they don't really understand the process. Let's talk about how grueling, Donisha, this process is from even before you start filming, from
concept.
Exactly.
Oh man, from concept to execution, I mean, there's no sleep until the movie is out.
Yeah.
You know, like you're dreaming, and then you're producing, you're thinking about, like you're using now your social capital to build a project, all right? You've got everybody in place, you have to go find money or negotiations, which is kind of what we did here. Everybody on set was paid on an equal pay scale, which means that from the PA to the director, everybody got the same money on set, which is how we were able to do it up front. Now, standard, it's 12 hours a day we work on a movie set, you know.
Yeah.
That's just the standard, you know. It's good if you get only 14 hours, but just to understand how much mental taxation goes into the creation of a product that you are able to sit and just kick up your foot and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about film production that is so fulfilling that you go through all of that?
It's a community, and it's the act of building community. Film is a tool that brings so many spaces of creativity together. You need somebody who can write music. You need somebody who can draw. You need photographers. But you also need people on the ground when you're moving through locations.
Yes.
So it helps us to use film as a tool for peace management and crime intervention too. When you pull up into these communities and the kids see these big machines, right? And these big things, now giving them access to learn more about it, you know, I find that film is a very underutilized tool in nation building, and we're hoping to change that.
Sean, let's talk about Threads of Us.
Just before that, though.
Tell me.
What you was talking about, negative error, though.
Do it.
It's a movement.
Yes.
Movement.
Yeah.
I don't know where she come up with that one.
I like it.
Well, walk us through the movement of what is Threads of Us.
Your experience.
My experience? From working or the actor, which one?
All of it.
All of it.
Well, I'm going to start from working. The 12 hours are the... on set, I don't know how she do it, sorry, but on set for me as an actor, I'm come on and I'm there for 12 hours and stuff. I mean, it's great, me eat all day.
Sean, I like that work, yeah.
I need to tell you, me eat all day, you know? Get to talk to people, we like family on set. Yeah, it's like a family. I mean, usually, we don't want to go home or we don't want to leave somewhere. But there, some just feel like family.
Why acting for you?
I think acting called me, you know. Yeah, I think acting called me because I was just trying out stuff. You know, may come up with eye to them, watch them come up, you know, behind the scenes, all of that. And I tried something, and it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, me start get feedback, but I never was, to me, it was like, oh, me think I'm acting like that was the thing at first. But now, me say, oh, I have a, me don't want, me be modest, but I have a gift for it.
It's okay not to own that you're talented. That's okay.
We have a gift for it. They said.
So we're still not owning it.
I'm making them say it, you know. But for this role, talk to me about the character that you played.
Oh, Winston.
How challenging it was. How you prepare for Winston?
All right.
You have a reference for Winston?
Yes, because she run me through it, you know. I start do my research on like Siki. You know, we used to do it. So I start you know, check out some sicky in my head and check out some things, how them operate and how the job go. You know, them nosy. How them,
How them take them at the boss.
yeah, so Winston is, you know, him is like that.
Yeah.
Winston, you know, he want to govern everything. You know, if they want to be a soldier and they want to be a police, he's not CIA, but him get to be a security. But that's good enough.
That good enough.
Well, look here, he's going to be the police-s, soldier-s, CIA-s, ever. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Anisha, sorry about that, IT. Let's talk a bit about, you know, we hear about the process. We hear about even Sean's experience in becoming Winston. And then the product is complete.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Jamaican landscape and the projects that are home built, and then what happens with distribution for people to actually support and participate and consume the art that you guys have poured your hearts and souls into.
Boy, this is a big conversation, and one that we're hoping that this film can be able to champion. There needs to be advocacy around what's happening in the film space. You know, I haven't produced anything in Jamaica in 10 years, and coming home and seeing how stressed out filmmakers are, under-inspired, broke, and there are no Jamaican films on any screens. And realizing that Jamaica does not have a screen quota whereby anybody who owns these theaters, it is mandated that they have to pay X amount of they have to screen X amount of percentage of Jamaican content. But, you know, and I have to say this, if us as these gatekeepers don't make a decision to do better, then we have to wait on somebody to tell us to do better. And I think that that's where we are. I think that for too long, this monopoly that has been happening on all of the screens in Jamaica has limited and inhibited the film industry from growing. There's nowhere in Jamaica that you can go to watch a Jamaican film.
That's true.
And it's not because we don't have films and we don't have the talent. It's because we are being blocked. Like, and we pick, choose, and refuse. So I'm hoping that this film can open up eyes. We're not trying to have a confrontation. We're just having a very open conversation, because the conversation's been happening in the corner and no movement is happening. We produced this film in 9 days. That is impossible. That's
Absolutely,
what we've heard. But what we're saying is that it's not.
Right.
We found the finances here amongst ourselves, as well as our friends and family in the diaspora. No corporate, no sponsorship, a fully independent feature film, working with 8 production companies, bringing their value to the table. Now, in terms of distribution, this is a social experiment, and we're doing everything with transparency. Our aim is to roll out to 63 screens around the world for Jamaica's 63rd birthday, to have a conversation about independent film on our nation's Independence Day.
Oh, beautiful and timely.
Yeah, man, I feel so. And so we're hoping that in preparation for the premiere, that we will be able to say a national screen quota is underway, and we will be able to say that the government has taken examples from the Canadian Media Fund, for instance, that has used small portions of taxes from different ministries to put into a fund to make it sustainable. Not like the JSDI, which is an initiative, a sustainable fund for national development of film.
It's a good time to talk the talk that you're talking. And I'm trusting that they're listening. And not only listening, but they'll be acting upon the suggestion that you have given them, because you've given them the formula.
Yes.
Take the look at taxes from the different ministries. Talk to us about threads of us, because you spoke about community and the fact that you can go into the various communities, but when I hear threads of us, I think about interconnectedness. I don't know what the movie is about.
That's it.
But talk to me about
Okay,
it.
so it's a love story set in a factory space. Big up to my father as a corporate entity to allow us access to his place to take it over for 9 days, you know. So corporate is trying to understand how to engage in the film industry. We don't need no money all the time. Sometimes it's just space we need. So I wrote an entire story around my father's factory, using the factory as a studio. So it's a story between a seamstress and a factory worker who meet and fall in love on bus rides on the JUTC bus. And something happens interrupting their love story. Now they must find a way back to themselves in order to find a way back to each other.
Siki, are you back on the bus?
No.
And mash up the love interest?
No,
Come,
actually,
Winston,
I'm
tell
trying
me
to,
how it goes.
Winston trying to gel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not the villain in the story.
No,
All
but
right, just to make sure.
But Winston not too, him not too
Yeah.
100, but him a try hard.
I see what you did there. We got Black Hawk. Nice. Great stuff.
You know, it feels like a sequel is on the way. I mean, it looked like.
Let them get out the movie first, not
Sure,
18.
Right away, I
Right
think.
away.
Oh,
Right away,
Donisha
I
said
think.
ready.
Yeah.
Don't forget ready. Man, ready.
Yeah, man, she said, forget ready for work.
Well, we're looking forward to when the film
Absolutely.
hits theaters, and we can tell you for sure, you have our backative, you have our
Yes.
support. We are looking forward to taking in what you have created.
Give thanks, and I must give a shout out to Savannah,
Yes.
who took time out to make this film happen. Like, she left set and went on a plane a day and a half later.
Yeah.
You know, so big up to all of the artists who are pushing to be multi-hyphenates and not being limited to what they say we should be.
That's right.
Big up my brother Blacker Ellis, the boss.
Good.
You can go home in peace now. Our guest has been Sean Bryan, actor, and Donisha Prendergast, acclaimed writer and activist, highlighting Threads of Us. Check it out when it comes out. Make sure you stay connected in the social space so you know what's happening there. So from film to music, the strong one will be on the Sunrise stage. So please stick around. You've never, ever seen a sunrise quite like this. Stay with us.